So you finally decided to cash out all of your equity on your starter home in Orange County and move up to a bigger home. Your current house, you put it on the market and it sells that weekend. But then Monday rolls around. You've made some offers on properties and boom, the one you love, you get outbid by a cash buyer. What do you do now? Your escrow's closing in 30 days. Avoid the 2026 spring homelessness trap. Hey guys, I'm Lucas Smith, your local real estate expert right here in North Orange County. I help families upsize, downsize, right size, mid-size, all sizes here in Orange County. The spring market, it can move brutally fast, and that can be a blessing and a curse sometimes. I've seen people get stuck in a situation where their house is closing and they buy something that they don't really like because they feel like they have to move. Let's break down exactly how to buy and sell safely at the same time so you know ahead of time. All right, first thing we're going to talk about, the spring market squeeze. Homes, entry-level homes here in Orange County, especially entry homes under $1 million, they're flying off the shelves like people are giving them away for free. Interest rates are coming down. We're having a lot of buyers come back into the market. So we have a lot of pent-up buyer demand, and that's causing literally a gold rush here in California for sellers who've been sitting on the market. It's causing a huge clash with our critically low inventory situation that we still have going on. People who are selling under $1 million, their move up tier is usually somewhere in the $1.2 to $1.8 million price range. In that price range, man, it's like a bloodbath. It's the competition of gladiators in the arena, baby. So basically, selling your starter home right now means leaving a high demand pool and entering a much lower inventory war zone. Okay, how do people get in this? Well, we'll call this the leap of faith listing. So sellers often underestimate how long it's going to take to sell their house. So they list their house, put it on the market, and they say, well, we want to get some offers in before we go out and start shopping because we want certainty that this house is sold. I've had sellers tell me we don't even want to go look at homes until we're in escrow on this one. You guys, a 30-day escrow clock ticks extremely fast. Your timing on that, even if you're doing a contingent sale and you have 14 or 30 days to identify a replacement home, that goes quick. And remember, your buyers are planning on moving too. So failing at this timeline can cause your buyers to have to move into short-term housing, which nobody wants to do. Then they're moving twice. It forces rentals and it doubles moving costs. So here's one of the catch-22s. So a lot of people say, well, I don't want to go out and start shopping because I'm making an offer contingent upon the sale of my home. And before your home is in escrow, your contingent offer is much, much weaker. Most listing agents view somebody who's not in escrow yet as a massive liability to their clients. Because if their home doesn't sell or never goes on the market, then you accept an offer from a buyer who's unable to buy. As a listing agent, as somebody who does about 70% of listings in my business, if somebody makes an offer contingent upon the sale of their property, my first question is your home in escrow? And how many of your buyer's contingencies have they removed, meaning inspection, appraisal, and non-contingency? How far along are you in the sale process? Because I don't want to deal with somebody who's just thinking about getting their home on the market or has just listed their home with an agent. I want to deal with somebody who's far down the pipeline and is ready, willing, and able to make that move. Bottom line is, if your home isn't in escrow yet, you have zero chance of competing with a buyer who doesn't have a home to sell. So you're asking, how do I do this, Lucas? Right? Well, look, start with a plan, a step-by-step plan, a written out timeline. Get your home 100% ready with photos, marketing, pre-staging, pre-cleaning, pre-inspections. Be ready for your buyers. I said pre-inspections, do a pre-sale home inspection. I do a whole nother video about this. You should watch it if you have questions. Then, while you're getting it ready, don't put it on the market until you've gone out and looked at some properties and actually identified where you want to be. Maybe even 2 or 3 viable replacement properties that you could see yourself living in. Because your home's going to go quicker than you want. You want to be ready to move on that next home. You don't want to be deciding what neighborhood you want to be in when your home goes into escrow. You guys, that's a bad position for you, and it's a bad position for the buyers that you accepted their offer. Then have your agent structure your escrows so that they're overlapping, so they close concurrently, meaning your house closes, the one you own now, and the next day your new home closes, and you have about a week in there to occupy your old house while you finish closing your new house and you get time to move. So that might mean negotiating a longer escrow on one property and a shorter escrow on the other. It's negotiation, it's planning, it's having a good written timeline. Guys, if you're trying to find the right replacement home and you need somebody who knows their stuff and knows what they're doing, if you're selling and buying, feel free, give us a call, shoot us a text, Ask us any questions you want. We can sit down with you and help you map out an exact written timeline for how things are going to work best for you. Now, if you're selling a home in a really hot seller's market, the ultimate seller cheat code is the seller rent back. Ideally, you want to identify a buyer who doesn't have to move right away and can afford to rent you back the property for some time at what it costs the buyer to own it. Yes, this is going to be more than you're currently paying. But what this does is this gives you time to comfortably identify the home that you want with money in your pocket so you're not doing a contingent purchase. A lot of buyers in this position will give you a 30 or a 60-day rent back to go get your next home and make your move. Way more comfortable, way stronger offer as a buyer. And the money that you spend on the rent back, you're probably going to save on the purchase because you're in a better negotiating position. This allows you to close escrow, put cash in the bank, and be a cash-heavy buyer when you make your offer. Sellers like people with lots of money in the bank. Let me know in the comments what your biggest fear about selling your current home is in order to buy a new one. And as always, you guys, if you found this video helpful, hit like and subscribe below. I'm Lucas Smith, broker owner, Sell My Home Real Estate. Thank you for watching.